Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So, in this video, I am going to be starting a brand new Battle Brothers Let's Play series, and it's going to be with the Blazing Deserts DLC. So, I familiarized myself with this DLC by doing a few short playthroughs. I lost a whole bunch of them, and I also got one playthrough where I reached day 18 in the Expert Iron Man mode. So, now that I more or less know roughly what to expect with this new DLC, I'm going to start a new campaign, and this new campaign will use the company origins of Manhunters because it seems to be the most unique one out of the bunch that have been released with this new update. Right? So this one requires you to use a lot of in-depth or slaves in your party because you have to have more in-depth in battle than non-in-depth, or else your men become dissatisfied. So given you can deploy 16 men in total, you can have, presumably, at most 7 non-in-depth and then 9 in-depth in the battlefield. So that should be very interesting overall. So we'll see how that plays out. So I'm going to begin this campaign, going to call it Nitro Slavers for my company name, and in terms of the settings, it's going to be the Expert Economic Difficulty, Low Starting Funds, Expert for Combat Difficulty, Iron Man Mode, and an unexplored map. So let's begin. So I truly don't know what to expect with this. It's going to be totally random how this one plays out. But it should be exciting. This is a very new playstyle for me because using all these low-level slaves could change the way combat occurs a lot. So, the Manhunters. Constant conflict between nomads, city-states, and vagabonds make for good business. Deserters, criminals, prisoners of war, and in-depth alike flee across the land, and you with manacle in hand give chase. Despite the barren wastes upon which they rule, the Sylvan realms are home to large and ever-shifting populations, which makes personhood itself a resource worth harvesting. The river-like flows of persons is as natural an economy as any raw material. Prisoners of war make up the bulk of your outfit, beaten men who must submit to and fight for another force, your own. Criminals and general riffraff fill in here and there, easy pickings from smaller villages who don't have the means to handle their resident reprobates. And then there are the in-depth, hellfire-doomed souls who must work their way back into the Gildar's gleam and find salvation through blood, sweat, and tears. While most must work as laborers, you favor pressing them into your company. The in-depth will not protest, for even the priests state it must be within the Gilder's sublime vision that they will find penitence in the Nitro Slavers. Everyone can earn salvation by working off their debt to the Gilder. Alright, so the Manhunters seem to have one of the worst starts from what I've seen, because they started with 4 very poorly equipped in-depth slaves, and then you have 2 Manhunters who are melee characters in the back. So you don't have any ranged attackers at all, which is awkward. But if you can get through the early stages, you're supposed to be able to grow pretty powerful pretty fast, I think. Because they have some very unique bonuses, like if you're facing off against other human opponents, you can actually take any of the survivors as in-depth, stuff like that. So let's see. First, I'm gonna take a look at what missions there are to do. And here is one to escort a caravan to the east. Okay. And the other one is hunt down what terrorizes the city. Interesting. Okay, so 2 missions. But first, let's take a look at what gear there is to buy, because this is what's going to affect my party at the start. So I'm going to buy that damaged pitchfork for sure. That adds a lot of combat potential to my party. Unfortunately, not really any cheap armors. Right? They're all fully repaired, so nothing damaged. Because early on, you really want to buy damaged items if possible. Well, why don't I just start with 2 pitchforks then? because that can help keep characters alive. And I'll probably give the pitchforks to these two. Or maybe keep him with a battle whip, because he can use it. He can whip my slaves into combat, I guess. And is there anything good here for cheap? The whole problem is I need cheap gear, but there really isn't. So I guess I'll make do with this huge with a party and hope it goes well. So I'm gonna have to gamble at the start. That's what this means. There's a whole bunch of in-depth I can recruit, but they're pretty pricey with 200 costs as opposed to, you know, 70 or 90 or 80. But that's fine. Let's accept the escort mission for now. And hope that there's better gear in the other location. Because right now, the items are just too expensive for me. And I probably want to keep this guy alive, it looks like. So I'll give him the other pitchfork. So I have 2 pitchfork characters and 1 guy with a whip in the back line for now. And 3 frontliners who are pretty poorly equipped, frankly. But you make do with what you've got, right? So let's... Why don't I hire a few more guys? You know what? It might be safer just to have more numbers. This guy has Eagle Eye, but his stats are terrible. But he can use another club to help stun enemies. And my goal is to really just get as many of these 75 defense armors as possible. And shields for everyone. So that would make a big difference in the early stages. But I don't have the money to buy that kind of gear right now. So we'll let it go. Let's just travel to the next location. Let's hire one more. Night Blind with a fear of undead, but he has 56 attack and 1-star growth. That's actually better than most of my current characters. So maybe I'll give him that. And you know what? Let's move the whip over to him. I just had a thought. Because he can attack, and then this guy would just be responsible for whipping people to increase their stats. Alright, good enough. So let's go in the caravan to the city towards the east. Oh, there's a camp that was just discovered there. And I ran into some nomad cutthroats. Some is actually 6. Wow. But this caravan quest actually has a bunch of characters who are pretty good soldiers, it looks like. These conscripts. So if I make use of them, I should be able to come out on top. Perfect. So how will I do this? Let's whip these 2 guys. And have my own guy start whipping the enemy. And smack him. probably gonna have to toss the net right away. Like that. Oh, there goes one guy right away. So good thing I recruited some extra in depth, for sure. And I think I'm gonna have to rely on them. Let's wrap around. Same thing here. Let's wait. Wait. Do things to make my guys more effective fighters. Just gonna end this turn. Looks good. And there we go. So now they're all routing, which is what I needed. Cheers! So I lost one guy, but managed to kill off all these guys and got another shield. Some gold, some food, so some desperately needed resources. Oh. And I get a survivor. So I get a free new in-depth, right? So even though I lost a guy, I got a free guy. So it works out. This guy has a pierce side. So what, I guess? He's disloyal, but that's perfectly acceptable. Actually, maybe I'll give this shield to him. Moving the gear around a little. Alright, let's keep going. Another group of enemies. Uh-oh. More 7 nomads this time? Well, same kind of battle plan. Make use of the allied conscripts to take down the enemies. Whip my backline guys this time around. I think it might be best to wait. Have him step up and shield wall. Here. This guy's heavily damaged, so I'm actually going to hold off on engaging him, right? He has 22 hit points. Slingers! Good! Up. Uh-oh. He got into melee range against my backline soldiers. Push him back then. You know what? Might have to offer him as a sacrifice. Yeah, I'll offer him as a sacrifice then. Nice! I was hoping that would hit, but that really paid off there. So I'm not going to let him escape, so I'm going to charge, hack him forward. Thankfully, I got this mission because I could not take on any of these nomad parties without having this support. Like, guaranteed, if I was alone, these groups would crush me. But with support, it's a different story entirely. So I'm just gonna wait. Because I want this guy to attack first. Like so. Oh! And he killed it for me. Darn. I was hoping to steal that kill, but I'll take the win because I need all these weapons desperately. So it got me a lot of equipment I direly needed for my slave party, and then once again, some survivors. That gives me more in-depth, yet again. And this is a good one! Look at this. Melee skill growth of 3. So actually, the slaves I'm taking in combat are better than the guys I can recruit. Like, much better too. He has a broken nose, so I'll put him in the back. And I'm just going to give... He is a Manhunter. So for now, I'm going to have 2 hats on my Manhunter, so I actually can identify them perhaps. Meanwhile, figuring out the gear for these characters. There we go. So this one really paid off. Hyenas. 36 crowns. This place is well supplied. So, 2 missions here. Let's take a look. Nomads to destroy. Northeast. I'll think about that one. Here, a caravan 2 days away. To the west. Okay. Bunch of decent missions then. So the starting caravan really saved me, without doubt. It's allowed my party to get established successfully. And now I'm gonna pick up some tools to start because I'm out of them. And then, oh, there's shields I can buy. Armors? Armors too. So let's buy the armors. Buy a pitchfork. And that's pretty much all my gold right there. But I can throw these known armors onto characters now. We deserve some decent gear. he has a pierce side. Reduced amount of fatigue. That should be okay. The weapons I gave them in the front line don't use that much fatigue anyways. And there we go. So let's take up some of these missions then. Am I ready to face off against a group of nomads with this party? Probably not. So why don't I take another caravan? I think that's the safest way to play it. Because I can use those conscripts to help me fight. And more nomads. Yes. Yes, please. Alright. So there's actually more enemy nomads than I thought there would be in this fight. There's actually 8 of them. So... well, let's see how this goes. Top. I'm just gonna be patient and see. I'm going to shift south, I think, to deal with this guy with the double grip weapon. Good, and he actually went for him. It's really what I needed. I'm gonna spear wall here. And maybe just move up 2. This looks good. They're along the battle line for me. Interesting though. They're wrapping around instead of fighting against the... and that guy totally wrapped around the cutthroat. Well, going to stab him as best as I can. Looking good though. They're still circling instead of engaging. Very interesting. Perfect. Oh. And he moved in. Uh-oh. One of the conscripts looks like he's gonna die. But so be it. He got cut really hard because he has no armor whatsoever. So I'm gonna have to be careful there. Jumped in, I see. What works for me? Hope that conscript lives. Oh, he has no stamina because he has a pierced side. This went quite well. Oh, okay. So that other conscript ended up dying. So be it. I think I'll just wait. Wait. Shift over one and attack. All right. There we go. So I didn't lose anyone, although a few of those conscripts died. And I got a plated nomad male out of this. Wonderful. And of course, a survivor from the battle. So, adding to my ranks, this guy sucks. 42 attack. So he is very much a sacrificial slave, unlike some of the other ones who I actually want to keep alive. But yeah, let's give. I'm going to give the 105 armor male to the guys that I want to keep alive. Once again, surprisingly, I'm still not getting any helmets though. I'd have expected to, get at least one helmet by now, but it hasn't actually happened. So this brute, I don't care if he dies, he can be placed on the side like that. This sword. And a nomad mace. The light silver mace is actually better. 25 to 35, this is 30 to 40. So actually most of these weapons aren't worth repairing. I just sell them. Alright. But a whole bunch of guys leveled up, which is good news, finally. So I'm going to start with Pathfinder. And he is gonna get more melee attack for sure. I guess more fatigue. And then either hit points or melee defense. Hit points. As for the other one, this is going to be my sergeant. So resolve, attack, and either fatigue or range defense for sure. Right? I'm just going to start with range defense for now. And he'll start with Pathfinder. So I'm going to name him the sergeant, because that's what he's going to be in my battle line in the future. And this guy actually leveled up already. 2 attack, right? Guess I'll give him 4 range defense, because look at that, 4 range defense. And then the choice of hit points or stamina, 2. Just 2 of it. So probably hit points. Actually, stamina, I guess. And in his case, I think I'll just put 9 lives on these conscripts. If they live, you know, it always helps. Okay. So that's the first battle. Hopefully there's not too many more. Right. I already, because one of the conscripts defending this caravan has already died. Spoke too soon. Here's another battle against 8 again. Well, let's see how this goes. Going to whip these 2. There's 2 shield carriers this time around. Just gonna wait. Maybe I'll flip south. I think that might be wiser. Because I can handle the group of 3 there. And that should make things more manageable. One stab and he's nearly dead? Jeez. Alright. Oops. But fortunately I got the stunned here. Huh. Interesting that the nomad axeman was so persistent in going after me. Push him up. Good. So I'm moving everyone into range because I'm pretty sure I can push him away with this guy. Actually, maybe I'll just kill him. That works too. So then there's just the Axeman left. Which he engaged, so now I can mop up. So I'm very much hovering along the flanks of the battlefield like a mercenary, and picking off the weaklings. And just gonna wait on my attacks because I want the there we go. So let's attack again. And this time around, a boar spear, a scimitar, some more militia spears, a few armors, and some nice shields. 60 defense shields. Perfect. Or sorry, 60 toughness shields. And I also get to get another free soldier to replace. Oh, iron lungs with melee skill and melee defense and so on. Yes. He is definitely a character I must keep. So I lost 2 characters in this battle, but got several good replacements, like truly good replacements. And most importantly, got some good weaponry for my characters too. Although they're all close range weaponry, so it is a little bit iffy in that sense. Let's see. 3 stamina, 2 melee attack. I'm not sure how to build this guy. Maybe melee defense or hit points. He's actually not that good, so you know what? He's gonna go into the front lines. Take a shield and a scimitar. He hit level 2, so maybe I'll just 9 lives him in hopes of keeping him alive. This guy also hit 3 melee skill, 3 range, and I guess 3 hit points. But he has multiple wounds to the point where he can't fight. I really don't want this guy to be on the front line, that's the thing. He is going to have to equip frontline weaponry, it looks like. Okay, and as for him, guess I'll Pathfinder him for now. I would like to clear this camp. More. Oh. But the 2 regiments killed that nomad for me, thankfully. Goblins now. Wow. This is actually kind of disturbing, the sheer number of fights I'm running into. One stab and he's already nearly dead. Yeah, this running. Stop them from shooting me. Oops. Thankfully he missed twice. Didn't mean to move this guy into melee range. That's the thing. That was a combat error, but it kind of paid off. Definitely running them down. Free kills! A free bow! Even though goblin weaponry is kind of crappy unless you get very specific ones like the goblin spear. Any item is better than none at all. So, 3 more melee attack skill for him. Three stamina. Attack skill is a must. I think I'm gonna get both of those instead of 3 stamina. That one was a little bit tougher to decide on. Huh? What's this? A wild man? You have to get rid of a dead body? Yeah, let's do it. Huh. 2 initiative and 1 resolve. And gold. Yeah, I was willing to risk these guys be in large part because most of my characters are in depth. Ooh, thugs and raiders. So it looks like these caravan quests have become much more, far more combat oriented than it used to be. Oh, and a pitchfork. You did not used to get quite so many battles for caravan quests in the past. But now, it was just like endless battles, one after another. Perfect. So I'm just going to wait. Don't really want them to be able to attack me, that's the thing. So I'll wait here. And let's get some... Let's whip some of these guys so that they can have a higher chance of hitting the enemy. Like so. I just realized I used to have a guy with a whip, didn't I? He's kind of disappeared. Uh-oh. What if I just try to push this guy back? Perfect. Because I didn't want him to attack me. Wonderful. So I'll just chop him down. Attack, shield wall, and strike. Maybe just move in. Just gonna play it safe. Oh. Couldn't cut him down. Keep running then. Oh, shit. Okay, he's dead. So be it. One chop, one kill. That's okay. I could afford to lose that guy anyways, so wasn't the end of the world. Let's just try running them down. Nope, he's gonna escape. Well, so be it. Just lost one guy that wasn't the greatest anyways. And got a pitchfork out of all this. And presumably I get a survivor? Yep. So these battles are really working out for me. It's just too bad all these in-depth seem to have very low hit points. I'm getting new ones every battle, but they're not the greatest. So let's give him that. This guy is healthy again. I really need new armors. Oh, fractured elbow. But he's alive, so he can still be used. Two more heroes leveled up. So, 3 more attack. Three more fatigue. Four hit points of 3 range defense. Probably the 3 range defense. And let's make him a student so he can level up even faster. So for this guy, 2 more melee attack, 4 more range defense, 3 hit points. So his hit points is starting to get okay. And Pathfinder. Please tell me that was the last of these battles. Yes. I think this is the location, right? No, it's not. Wow, where are we going? Here? Here we are. Okay. 520 crowns. That got really dangerous for a while, right? But there we go. So, and the most important thing about all of this is ultimately my party got significantly improved. like significantly so. What I need to do now is find an archer or two that can join my party. And then I should be in a very good position at that point. So we'll stop here though. I'll continue on in the next video. Thanks for watching everyone. Nitro out.